Well, hello friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Renee. And there's a couple things that I'm going to do today, prep-wise. And I thought, you know what? I'll just bring you along. We are going to do the cream cheese and veggie spread, though. That's something we're going to get done completely. And I've got peppers that I want to get used up that I'm going to put in there. I'm going to do some red onion. I'm going to do some celery. And I'm going to put some carrots in there. And I'm having a ball. And we're going to put some radishes in it. Why not? It'll be divine. I also am going to get some fresh chives from my garden. Beautiful. I'll get Mr. Wayna to pick me some. Oh, this will be nice. Okay, so what we're gonna do first, I don't need to cut these up. I'll just cut them in smaller pieces. We got garlic right here. That's going in. Okay, these are all washed. When I did that charcuterie board, I had everything washed. Okay, there's carrots in there because we're gonna pretty much puree this up, you know, very small, so we don't have to cut it real small. Let's see. Just give it a rough chop. Throw it all in there. We don't want the seeds though. We'll take them out. Put that in there. 1, 2, there we go. All right, so now even my radishes were clean. I just got to take the ends off of them. I didn't want to cut them and then put them back in the fridge. But I did wash them. That's the easiest way to do it. Okay. I make this and my husband loves this stuff. Now I'm going to do a piece of this red onion. Let me get this peeled up. I want more of that. I'm all out of green onions, so I'm just using what I have in my fridge. And I don't like buying too many fresh vegetables ahead of time because I participate in the flash foods. And I'll tell you what, I kind of hold out for them. All right. Well, that looks good for a minute. And you know what? We're just going to dump these few onions right in there. I got eggs getting ready to boil on the stove. I've got so many eggs done. I'm going to make both neighbors on each side of me. I told them, I said, do you want some deviled eggs and hard-boiled eggs for your fridge? Absolutely, they said. Absolutely. So I got 6 dozen eggs over there. I'm going to turn into hard-boiled eggs and deviled eggs for my neighbors. And I'm telling you, they'll love it. All right, I just want to wash this first because, remember, I don't wash that because it stays fresh longer when you don't wash it and you wrap it in foil. So I just got to give these a wash and I'm going to check this water. I can turn you around closer. That'd be absolutely fine. This water is boiling, so I'm going to put eggs in here. And then once it comes to a boil again, I will time it for 13 minutes. It just works out that well for me that way. People have all different ways of doing it, but this is how it works for me. Almost 3 dozen eggs in. There is 3 dozen eggs in there. Perfect. This is going to be noisy. Okay, I think this is going to be nice. Oh, absolutely, and it smells wonderful. We're going to put a little salt and pepper in there. That's totally optional, but you know how we like pepper. And just a little bit of salt. All right. Now I'm going to put my cream cheese in there. And I do have 4 of these, so if I need more in there, not a problem. Let's go in there. Okay, we're going to mix this all together. You don't need anything else in here. Beautiful. I'm just going to taste it. Perfect. Absolutely. That's wonderful. I think I'm going to put more cream cheese in. I'm going to put the other 2 bricks of cream cheese in there because there's a lot in there, and that will stretch beautifully. Sometimes on Sundays for church, I make the ham and this cheese. I use this cheese for ham and cheese pinwheel, the roll-ups. And I also put a little bit on the ham and scallion roll-ups. Okay. Put that right in here. Oh, this stuff is wonderful, friends. Now there's a little piece in there that didn't mix real well, but once it softens up, it'll mix in there. I'm just going to put it all in this dish. Almost looks like Jell-O. Oh, but this is nice stuff. I'll show you how well it does with a roll-up. Then we get the small roll-ups. And there's one left in here. Perfect. Okay. Now, what I do is I just take and I spread some of this right on here. This stuff is wonderful. You don't need a whole lot. We put a slice of ham on there, and it's real thin ham, so it's nice. Fits right in the middle of that. Then we just put some of our spinach on here. And there's your roll up. And we're going to cut it in half. And you can see both halves, how beautiful that turns out. And a lot of times I make these for church. And they're wonderful. And on a low carb wrap, it's a good diabetic lunch. What would be better is if you didn't use the deli meat. If you did, made your chicken or turkey or your roast beef or whatever, homemade, and used it. That's good, friends. Oh my goodness, my eggs are going. The timer's set. I'm going to go enjoy this, and then I'll be back, and we've got a couple of other things we're going to work on. We're going to work on some burger patties for the freezer and meatloaf, because I want to make meatloaf sandwiches for the freezer now that I have got the low-carb bread for Mr. Wayna and the Ezekiel bread. We can go ahead and we can make meatloaf sandwiches for busy lunches. Beautiful. Well, okay, friends, now that we've got our cream cheese veggie spread done and put in the fridge, we're going to move on because we need to prep the pork sausage. I want to bake that for the sandwiches, and we'll do that tomorrow. I want to make some burger patties, ranch burger patties, and then we're going to do meatloaf. So we're going to cook the meatloaf tonight. Oh, that tastes wonderful. And that way tomorrow we'll be able to put the meatloaf sandwiches together. I got 2 pounds of meat here. Okay, so with that, I'm going to put an egg in there, 1 egg. We're going to put 1 package of ranch dressing. See, that's all I use. You can use an off-brand. This is a Meyer brand. Oh, I need another pair of scissors. We're going to put that all in there. Okay, I'm just going to chop this as fine as I can. I don't think I need all that. I can because we do like onion, and John can handle the red onions. We'll see just how this does with the red onions in there. I think that's pretty good. So now, you take these crackers. Dump them in there. We need a good 3/4 to a cup full of crushed crackers. So this ought to do. We'll just crush them right in there. Perfect. That's a good cup. Okay, so now I'm just going to get my hands right in here. Let me put this aside. We'll need that for the meatloaf. And we'll save the onion over here for the meatloaf. Just throw this right there. Okay, we're going to mix this all up. We got the egg. We got everything in here. Ranch. These are going to be good. I think I made these for you before, didn't I?
I think so.
Well, these would be nice.
Pretty good.
Yeah, we can put these in the freezer. Freeze the patties and then just take them out and put them in the oven. Or on the grill. Or in the air fryer. I haven't had... We got that new air fryer. I have not had any time to use it. Not much of any. There. All right, so now we're just going to flash freeze these. I'm going to put them right in. Oh, will you get me...
That brown paper?
No. The large amount... Never mind, I got one in my sink that I washed. Okay. I just take, if you can see what I'm doing, and I put it in a largemouth ring, and it makes a beautiful sized burger. That's all I do. I'll put this over here so you can see what I'm doing. See how nice that turns out?
Mm-hmm.
Nice size for a burger, hey? That's too much. That'll be good right there. Maybe a little more. Perfect. All right, then I double them. So, then these will go in the freezer And that'll be wonderful. Then you can just take and you can take out as many, put them in a Ziploc bag. That's what I do. A lot of times I will wrap them with plastic wrap separately and then put them in a freezer bag because I find they last longer. They don't get freezer burnt that way. Not as, I mean, I don't think we've had them more than 3 months, but I'm always afraid of stuff getting freezer burnt, and I never want that to happen. So I just wrap them separately, and it prevents that from happening. One's gonna be a little no, not too bad. It's a little heftier than normal, but that's all right. We're not gonna waste any of this. We're gonna put it right on there. It's just a little bit bigger than the others, but not much. We are just gonna save this bowl, friends, because we're gonna use that for meatloaf. Okay, now I'll put those in the freezer. And I'll show you what I do. I wrap this entire pan. That way they're secure on there and it's not gonna slip off, and neither are they. Okay. When I get these wrapped, Sweet Pea, will you put them in the freezer?
Yes.
Those are beautiful. And I don't wrap them twice because they are just going to flash freeze. Aren't those nice looking? Okay, this is a nice little pan I'm going to use for the meatloaf. I am going to spray it though right over my sink. We're going to do this red onion. All right, we're going to need more onion than that. Absolutely. We're going to put that all in there. I'm going to put this up here. We'll get our meat in there while he's getting that out. Are you chilly?
A little bit.
We got our central air on. You can turn it off.
I'm trying.
Ah, you know what? There we go. I think my knife needs to be sharpened.
Probably.
I use it all the time. Okay, there's our meat. I'm gonna wash this because I don't think I'm gonna use that entire onion.
What?
I don't want meat on that.
No, that would be a bad thing.
Yeah. Oh, we might use it. These are nice. You know what we're gonna do with these, mister? If I can get them peeled, we're gonna do meatloaf sandwiches. Wouldn't that be nice lunch?
That'd be nice.
Even a dinner with a salad. I think this is going to be enough onions, friends. And you know what? I'm going to need a bigger pan. Okay, we're going to dump all that in there. Onions, everything. We got lots of onions in there. We love Vidalia onions too. Okay, now y'all know I use stovetop. I use stovetop stuffing, 2 pounds, 2 packages. 1 package per pound. So, and then I break those boxes down. So, those are gonna go over there. I always make my meatloaf like this. I always have. We're only gonna need 1 egg, friends, and a little bit of milk. I'll tell you. Wait till you see this egg. Oh. I gotta be fair about this. This is a normal size egg. This is a nice size egg. I got one hen out there that lays these. She always gives me a double yolker. I just love her. So that's what we're gonna use in here. 2 beautiful yolks. And I always do, I'm gonna put a little bit of milk in here too. There we go. I just guess. You know what, friends? This is a good way to get some extra veggies into my family. We are gonna cut up this red pepper and it's gonna go right in there. Yep, for sure. You can hide a whole bunch of veggies in your meatloaf for your family. Easy. Just cut them up real small. My family never examines anything, they just eat. Look at that, it's gonna be gorgeous. Let's put veggies in there. They don't know the difference. It's a good way to use up a lot of veggies too. All right. I don't think we need salt in there because we got it in the stovetop stuffing, but we do need pepper. All right, now we're gonna get to mixing this. You just get in there and get your hands dirty. This is just for my family, so. I don't make, somebody asked me the other day if I make foods to sell in my market stand. I could. It's not under the cottage law, so if I had access, which I do have access to a licensed kitchen, I can make breakfast sandwiches and we can make, you know, frozen pizzas and stuff like that and put it out in our freezer out there. But it has to be labeled accordingly and it has to be, no questions about it, it has to be prepared in a licensed kitchen. And I was already told that if we fill out, you know, the paperwork, we can use the kitchen in our community center, which is licensed. So I haven't done it yet. I haven't had any time. But once the planning gets done, you know, and we're just, you know, at a standstill with everything growing, there's just watering to do, I can put together a lot of stuff. And you know what? The nice thing is if I go down there and, you know, make stuff in the licensed kitchen, I can bring you along with me and do a video. We've got a beautiful community center. It's our old school. And we love it. There's so much that goes on down there. It's really fantastic. Okay. This is mixed up pretty good. But you know what I'm going to do with this? I'm going to wash my hands because I want ketchup in there. And I know ketchup has a lot of sugar in it, but you know what? He's not eating the entire meatloaf in one sitting, so we'll be okay. So we are going to do, if I had Sweet Baby Ray's, I do have Sweet Baby Ray's. I might put Sweet Baby Ray's in there instead. I think I will. I think I will. I need to put a little water in there. It gets too thick for me. Dressings, all that. All right. Now, that's about a half a cup. That's going to give it some really good flavor too. Now I'm making this entirely for sandwiches. And I have got the breads we need for Mr. Wayna. You know, I thought my phone was ringing. What really is good with this is the caramelized onion bread. I did a video on it. If you make meatloaf and put together that beautiful caramelized onion bread, it makes a fantastic sandwich. And it all freezes so well. You'll see how I freeze it. I'm just not using the caramelized onion bread. We're going to use the low carb bread and the Ezekiel bread. Okay. Now, we're going to put this in here. I think it should, it's not going to fit in there. We'll put half in here. And then we'll put half in another one. Okay, now I've got a couple because we're gonna excuse me, because we're gonna do this for strictly sandwiches. I got 2 more smaller ones we can use. I got 2 more of these. I don't want to, I probably only need 1. I don't want to lose that size and that height. Makes perfect for slices for sandwich meat. We're going to give this a spray. I'm going to leave that other one out just in case. No, this will fit perfect in here. Everything in there, nothing wasted. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to put barbecue sauce right down in there. That's probably, yeah, we won't look at the sugar on that. Oh my goodness, thank God he doesn't eat a whole lot of it. We're going to slice that up. Nice thin slices. And we're just going to lay it right on top of this. Beautiful. We'll use the rest of this onion. Most surely. Well, I'm trying to get nice and thin. There we go. It's a little job. Okay. Perfect. Not wasting none. Okay, so now we're going to wrap these. I forgot to set my oven. I'm going to bake these at 350. They're probably, at 350, they're probably going to bake for almost an hour. 45 minutes to an hour. Look at these beautiful meatloaves, mister.
Yes, they are. Didn't you just have the clear stuff in on?
Huh?
Didn't you have the clear stuff in on?
No, that was the, these are meatloaves. These are going in the oven for our sandwiches. The other ones are in the freezer. The other ones are burgers.
I know, but I thought I just looked at them when I came in and they were cellophane on them.
No, no, there's nothing over them.
I'm going to try the salt vinegar one first.
He's so cute. Okay, now I'm just going to put these right in the oven because it doesn't matter if it's not heated up yet. It isn't going to hurt a thing. Those are going to bake. And with that, I'm going to just clean up this little bit of mess, and we're going to go to our sausage, and we're going to stick that in the oven with it all. Okay, friends. We've got the cream cheese done. We got the burger patties done. The meatloaf is in the oven. Now we got sausage to prep. I always cook myself. I don't waste my time making patties with sausage and cooking it on the stovetop. I'll show you what I do. If you don't have gloves, you can use oil. Okay. We don't need to put anything in this pan either because it is not going to stick. But we're just going to spread this sausage out. I spread it all over this pan and it will fit beautifully. See how that works? Beautiful. And it fits in this pan nicely. I normally put it in my pans that I make my brownies in. But this pan is just about the same size and it makes it just a little bit thicker. See how nice it is? Okay. Take them off. Your hands are clean. And these can go on the second shelf in my oven. We'll start cooking that. Sausage crumbles are nice to have in your freezer. These ones I probably won't freeze because I make them cheesy eggs, scrambled eggs and cheese every morning. It's a big change from what he used to eat. He used to have about 3 eggs over easy, 3 slices of toast, you know, hash browns. It was pretty good what he had. So there won't be none of that anymore. But you can make sweet potato hash. That's wonderful stuff. I did a video on that before. Turns out wonderful. We're just going to let that cook. Okay, so that's cooking up. I'm just going to do I'm drying these eggs. These are all my beautiful hard-boiled eggs. And I'm going to put them in this container because I'm going to send some to my neighbors on both sides. And they shouldn't have any problem peeling them because I cook them like I always do. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I want one more. I want to give them a dozen. Here's a nice one here. Okay, we're going to mix this up a little. This is doing really good. And that's doing good under there. Now, I gotta send some to my other neighbor, and I'm gonna send hers in an egg carton. I'm gonna write hard boiled on here. The little boys over there always come see us when they are home. They're little sweeties. I need to fix my camera. There, that's better. Okay. So I got a couple left here. I need one more. That's it. Okay. There. Hard boiled. These are going in my fridge until I see her. I got 2, 4, 6, 8 dozen eggs in my fridge. I got 23 dozen eggs out in my market stand. People have been buying eggs every day. Plus, I got these 3 that I just did up. Oh my goodness, my girls are doing phenomenal. And they only lay 1 egg a day, but I think they're laying every day. I think we can safely say that that is done, and we're just going to let that cool over there in the back of the stove. Okay, friends, our crumbles are done, and I am going to put them in this little container right here. I'm going to drain that juice. All right. There we go. He's picking up the scragglies. Okay. That can go in the dishwasher. This is good. Now I'll have that in the fridge for your eggs in the mornings. Wonderful. You want to try another piece before I put it away? It is good, isn't it? Perfect. I'm going to let that cool. I got the eggs, and I peeled these. See how nice they peel? The skins just slip right off them when you cook them that way. At least for me, they do. The boys have my deviled egg container. So I'm going to put these in a pie shell. Ha! It works. Okay, I edited that. I'll edit that out. That was loud. Larry wants some deviled eggs. So, these are beautiful. Oh. Are you going to bed? Oh, I love you. Good night, mister. I'll call Larry on your phone, and hopefully he'll still be.
Larry is already asleep.
Probably. I'll have to put these in the refrigerator. That's all right. These yolks slip right out of there. Everybody makes these different too. You can doll them right up. I'm making these today plain Jane. Just a little mayo, salt, pepper, and parsley, and a little bit of paprika sprinkled on them. Just plain Jane. I'm definitely putting just a little bit of pepper. Good night, mister. I love you.
I love you.
Tell your friends good night.
Good night, friends. Thanks for watching.
He goes to bed with the chickens. It's still daylight. The chickens are still awake. Okay, a little bit of salt in there. All right. Now, I think instead of the spicy mustard, I'll put just a dab of regular mustard in here. Just a little bit. Like a half a teaspoon. Okay? And then just that little bit. Now, I'm going to mix this up because I like to whip these up. So I'll see you when I get them all mixed up. Well, you know me, friends. I can't make them too plain. I've got parsley, and chives go beautiful with eggs. So I got a little bit of chives, and I'm going to put that right in there. Just a couple nice little pinches, and that's it. We'll mix that up because it's beautiful. We got enough in there. And then we'll sprinkle a little parsley and paprika on the top. I usually take when if it's for a party or, you know, a holiday, I just take my frosting bags and I put a star tip on it, and then I fill it with the filling, the egg fillings, and I make a little star pattern on them, and they turn out darn cute. Okay, so now we're gonna sprinkle just a little bit of parsley on these, just a little bit, and that's it. That's it. Perfect. I need to put this in the fridge. Ta-da! They look yummy, especially. They're always good when somebody else makes them for you. Look nice. Those are going to my neighbor. Those and these. And he's gonna love them. This is not quite cool enough. So I'm gonna clean up my mess. Everything's doing good. That's probably gonna be done by the time I have this cleaned up. And the meatloaf's gonna take a little bit longer. But I'll see you when it's done. Okay, friends. This is perfect. This is done nicely. So I'm going to cut that. I'm going to cut this side. I'm going to cut that one more time there. I'm going to cut it down the middle. And once on each side, and that's going to give a nice piece of sausage for the egg sandwiches. Sausage, egg, and cheese sandwiches. Oh, let's see here. There's my little spatula. It doesn't stick to the bottom, but sometimes the edges stick a little bit. There we go. You see? It gives a nice piece. Beautiful. So I'm just going to let this cool all the way here. And then I'm going to put these, actually I'll put them in a tray first. I got a lid for this. We're just going to let those cool. And then tomorrow we're going to use these for our sandwiches and our burritos. Perfect. So there you have it. Wonderful. And our meatloaf isn't quite done yet, but I'll show you that when it's done, and then you'll see all that we've done. Well, there you have it, friends. We've got hard-boiled eggs. You see me do the deviled eggs, and I also took my neighbor Larry hard-boiled eggs, which he already got them. So I wanted to catch him before he went to bed because I have no room in my fridge. We did the beautiful, these ones are for my neighbors, these hard-boiled eggs. They're beautiful. They peel wonderful when you cook them the way I showed you. We did the delicious cream cheese vegetable spread. I've got the sausage crumbles for Mr. Wayna's breakfast in the morning for his eggs. We got a whole, that's 5 pounds of sausage, by the way, that fits in a sheet pan. And it fits in a half sheet pan beautifully. So we've got that all done, prepped, and ready for the sandwiches and the burritos we're going to make. We got the 2 meatloaves that I just pulled out of the oven, and they are beautiful, and they smell divine. Those are going to be for our meatloaf sandwiches for the freezer. So this is beautiful. This is just a little bit of prep work, and we are ready to put together some nice meals. So you all have a wonderful day, friends. Thanks for hanging out with me in the kitchen. I'll see you in the next video when we make all our burritos and our egg English muffin sandwiches, our breakfast sandwiches, and our meatloaf sandwiches. And hopefully, because that won't take so long because we did all the prepping already, hopefully when that's done, I'll have enough time to do pancakes and waffles for my market stand. You all have a wonderful day. And as always, friends, thanks for watching.